So you want to own a hotel gym? Marble floors, floor-to-ceiling windows, a rack of perfectly weighted dumbbells no one ever uses. Sounds like the easiest amenity on earth. Zero marketing cost. Captive audience. Guests literally sleeping upstairs. A built-in monopoly. It isn't. It's actually the most deceptive cost center in hospitality. And the smartest owners don't treat it as a gym at all. They treat it as insurance. Insurance against a single bad review that costs them $1 million in lost corporate bookings. Look closer. The hotel gym doesn't sell memberships. It sells a feeling. But that feeling has a price tag. And that price tag is bleeding you dry before the first guest even breaks a sweat. 3 ways to buy in. Tier 1. The Band-Aid. $15,000. A treadmill. A broken stationary bike. A dusty rubber mat. A single dumbbell rack up to 50 pounds. You're not a gym owner. You're a landlord with a mortgage on a Roomba. Tier 2. The Amenity Arms Race. $200,000 to $500,000. Commercial-grade ellipticals. A full selectorized weight stack. Rubber flooring. A towel service that runs $60 a day in laundry costs. This is where most 4-star hotels park their money. And lose it. Tier 3. The Branded Athletic Club. $1 million. Minimum. Full locker rooms with steam. A dedicated fitness director. Cold-pressed juice bar. Pelotons with individual screens. A separate entrance so local members don't walk through the lobby in sweatpants. This isn't a gym. This is a loss leader dressed in Lululemon. Now let's talk about how the machine actually turns. The core revenue mechanism isn't revenue. It's rate premium. Every dollar you spend on the gym doesn't come back through a POS system. It comes back through something hoteliers call ADA, average daily rate. A guest paying $300 a night expects a gym. A guest paying $450 a night expects a gym that doesn't smell like bleach and regret. You're not selling workouts. You're selling permission to charge $40 more per room. Multiply that by 200 rooms. By 300 nights. That's $2.4 million in top-line revenue justified entirely by a room full of metal and rubber. But here's the insider metric no one talks about. Occupancy lift factor. Every hotel chain tracks it. If the gym scores below a 4.2 on guest satisfaction surveys, business travelers start booking the competitor across the street. 1 point drop in the OLF costs you 3% occupancy. 3% on a 200-room hotel is 6 rooms a night. 6 rooms a night times 300 nights is 1,800 lost room nights. At $300 a night, that's $540,000 in lost revenue. For a broken cable on the lat pull-down machine. The counterintuitive fact? The hotel gym makes zero direct profit. It's a negative margin business on its own. But the hotel that cuts its gym budget to save $30,000 a year often loses $800,000 in corporate contracts within 12 months. You don't build a gym to make money. You build it to stop money from leaving. Now walk through the space. The mirrors aren't for form checks. They're for illusion. A 400 square foot room with full wall mirrors feels like 800 square feet. You're not paying for equipment. You're paying for the optical engineering of not feeling claustrophobic at 6 a.m. The lighting is calculated. Cool white in the cardio area, keeps heart rates visually elevated, makes people feel like they're working harder. Warm amber in the stretching corner, subconsciously signals the workout is over, time to leave. The floor plan is a behavioral funnel. Cardio machines face the window, never the wall. The view distracts from the clock. Longer workout times mean higher perceived value. The dumbbells are racked from lightest to heaviest. Obvious. But the 15-pounders are always missing. Because the previous guest left them by the bench. The staff doesn't check. And now a guest wastes 30 seconds searching. That 30 seconds is frustration they'll type into their review. 1 review. Equipment not maintained. Goodbye corporate account. The hidden liability isn't the cost of the weights. It's the cost of the friction. Friction is silent. Friction doesn't appear on an income statement. Friction kills your ADR faster than a bedbug. And the biggest hidden cost? Water damage. Sweat drips onto rubber flooring. Rubber seals trap moisture. Moisture seeps into the subfloor. Subfloor rots. Replacing the floor under a 2,000 square foot gym costs $40,000. But you won't see that cost until year 3. By then, you've already signed the lease extension. Here's where it breaks. 2 case studies. First, capital structure. Over-leverage. In 2018, a mid-market hotel chain called Prime Hospitality expanded rapidly. They borrowed $60 million to renovate 15 properties. Each renovation included a premium gym, top-tier equipment, marble finishes, custom lighting. They financed the equipment separately. 7-year leases at 12% interest. Occupancy was projected at 78%. It hit 62%. The gyms were empty. The debt wasn't. The equipment leases alone ate $200,000 a year per property. They couldn't sell the equipment because it was leased. They couldn't downgrade because the brand standards prohibited it. Prime Hospitality filed for Chapter 11 in 2020. Not because of COVID. Because of a debt structure that assumed every guest would use the gym. They don't. 20% usage on a good week. Second, operational friction. Market mismatch. A boutique hotel in Austin, Texas. 30 rooms. High-end. They installed a fully connected smart gym. Touchscreen treadmills. AI-powered strength trainers. QR codes for everything. Guests couldn't figure out how to turn on the machines without a staff member. The staff didn't know either. Every review mentioned confusing gym equipment. Not the room. Not the service. The gym. Their ADR dropped from 380 to 290 in 6 months. They removed the smart equipment, replaced it with basic treadmills and free weights. ADR climbed back to 350. The lesson? Guests don't want innovation. They want familiarity. They want the same treadmill they have at home. They want the same dumbbell rack they know. Novelty is a liability. So let's collapse the economic engine into one equation. Hotel gym value equals ADR premium times occupancy lift factor minus maintenance cost minus square footage opportunity cost. That opportunity cost is the killer. 2,000 square feet in a prime downtown hotel could be 2 premium suites generating $800 a night each. Instead, it's a room generating $40 of perceived value. The gym sits on real estate that could be producing 17 times more direct revenue. But you can't cut it. Because the guest who doesn't use the gym still pays more for a hotel that has one. The realistic net margin on the gym itself? -8%. The net margin on the hotel with the gym, compared to the hotel without one? +5%. It's insurance. Insurance doesn't make money. Insurance prevents loss. The institution that mastered this? Marriott International. They don't own most of their gym equipment. They lease it through a single nationwide vendor. They standardize every layout. Every hotel in a brand class has identical equipment. Identical mirror placement. Identical lighting temperature. They've engineered the gym to be invisible. Because when it works, no one notices. And when it works perfectly, guests book again. Not because of the gym. Because nothing went wrong. The system is rigged for the operator who treats the gym like a silent security guard. Not the owner who thinks they're opening a fitness empire. The hotel gym isn't built for you to get fit. It's built to keep you from checking out early.